Welcome to another episode of Menopause Matter, where we join here with different experts to share their expertise with you and to help you to navigate this session of menopause. Hey, we know it can be challenging, it can be tough, but there is always help out there. Today, I'm talking to the lovely Susan again to share with you some of her techniques to help us to navigate through this period. Hi, Susan. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning, Martha. Good morning, ladies. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
It is so cool in what you do. I love the way that you actually map it out. And I know that today our topic, it is about this 7 proven menopause relief principle. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, it's about keeping things simple because the human body is very complex, right? The brain and the body. I mean, scientists are still trying to figure it out. How the heck are we ever going to figure it out? But I do believe that it's simpler to understand than what we think it is. It's that old energy, isn't it? Like, keep it simple.
Yes.
It is simple. Believe it's easy. It is easy. And I think that managing the maze of menopause and understanding what's going on is use that. Believe it's simple. And the seven proven principles have just mapped out just the essential elements that are necessary so that you can manage this maze where there's myriads of methods, doctor's diagnosis, pills, potion, therapist theories, and now we have AI. So there's all of this stuff and it can get very, very confusing. So the 7 proven principles have been created or put together to help you really just understand the simplicity of it, what is going on, understanding what's going on within you. And, it's all about taking action. You got to take action. You got to do different to feel better. And the 7 proven principles will just guide you through what that is.
Yes, that would be great. Can you walk us through onto it?
Sure. Well, the very first one, like anything and everything we do in life, is the power of thought. So the 7 Ps, again, so that we can remember it. The first one is the power of thought. If you believe you feel old, you will. And the scary thing about the aging process is that if we believe we're old, then it is a downhill slope. The aging process is a downhill slope unless we take control of it. And with everything we do in life is we have to change the way we think about it before we can get a better result. So, the whole change and shifts and things that are going on within you, you're not going crazy. It is very real. It isn't all in your head, but it sort of is, because now you're going to change what's in your head so that you can start to feel better. So the power of thought really is the first principle. And if you're listening to this, then you're in exactly the right place, because you are opening your mind to listening to what you need to do better. And it's important to let go of what's not working so that you can more easily change the way that you think. Just decide today that, okay, this is who I am today. Mm-hmm. And look at all the wonderful things that you are today. Be grateful for all the lessons that you've had through your life, all those hats that you've worn, and this has put you where you are today. Menopause simply means no more periods, but the shifts and the moves and all of the slowing down of every system in your body causes you to feel, it creates an imbalance. This imbalance causes your symptoms. And the symptoms are how long is a piece of string? So you really need to first listen to what your body is telling you. And it has to start with the power of thought. Be open to listening, learning, letting go of what's not working, and start today to connect with who you are. So change the way you think about you will help you open your mind to what you need to do better or differently today.
Oh, that is so true, because I often say to people that when they're not in the right mindset to get help, there's nothing we can do for it. Only when they realize that they do deserve the support, all they have to do is start asking and reaching out for it. That's what make a difference. It is one of the reasons why we're doing what we're doing here today, to let people know there is help out there. I love this first point. So what's next?
So what's next? The next one, in no particular order, the next ones, but power of thought is definitely the first one. So the next principle, let's call it the purpose of nutrition. So the purpose of nutrition is there's healing power in food. There's healing power in nutritional supplements. And I feel very powerfully strong about this one, because it is medication. If it's either lifestyle and nutrition now or medication later. We have a choice, a decision to make today. Choose to do lifestyle and nutrition now, or you will have medication later. And that's just the cold, hard truth of it. As the age goes up, the working of the body goes down. And as I said, this causes an imbalance. This imbalance causes your symptoms. And what the body needs now, so that you can find a new balance, are essential elements. Your body needs essential elements. And within those essential elements, the nutritional supplementation are part of that. So some of the essential nutrition elements are all the vitamins and minerals that you can get in food, but you also need to supplement, because the body now isn't storing. Let me give you an example. Why do we need calcium, Martha?
For strong bones and teeth. That's
Absolutely.
what we've been told.
Absolutely. Well, and that's true. That is totally the truth, but our bones store calcium. Now, let me ask you another question, Martha. When you were in your 20s and your 30s, and even in your 40s maybe, but in your 20s and your 30s, did you think about, oh my gosh, now do I have enough calcium in my bones that's going to keep me healthy when I'm in my late 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s? Did you ever think about that?
Not really.
No, none of us do, right? So we get to our 40s and things start to shift and change. And, if those little pots that are storing calcium in your bones are depleted, then the food that you eat is not going to be enough to actually fill those little pots up. Also cope with the aging process, plus also heal your body of what is going on with it. And when you think about calcium, 71%-ish of your body requires calcium to function in a healthy state, and your body needs calcium for fat to burn. So it's really essential that, inform yourself, educate yourself on why vitamins and minerals are the part of the essential elements that are necessary for you to heal your body or help your body find that new balance. Then you've got your micronutrients, and your micronutrients are your carbohydrates, your protein, your fiber, the essential fatty acids, good fats, bad fats. This is all part of, what your body needs so that you've got energy. Your protein's all about rebuilding your nerve fiber, your muscle fiber. Lean muscle needs protein to be strong. Lean muscle is the engine to your body, because when you have a larger percent of lean muscle, you're going to burn more calories. And once you get over 40, you start to lose a pound of muscle a year. So these macronutrients are essential. You need to drink water. Over 65% of your body is water. So how much water are you drinking? Are you sipping on water? Now, this is essential. It's an essential element. So if you're not drinking enough water, start sipping. And then we've got the quality of all of these essential elements. Think the best. Think the best. If you can choose to get organic or spray-free, get organic or spray-free. Because one of the next principles is the poisons of toxins. You want to keep everything clean. You know what? You want clean water. We can talk about water on another session, because we've got some amazing water that you can use. We have everything that you need so that your body can rebuild, renew, and you can give your body these essential elements. But the poisons of toxins is you want to keep it clean. I have helped hundreds of women relieve hot flushes and migraines or headaches by taking out all the chemicals in their personal space. Keep food clean. Keep the food that you eat clean. If you can see it, eat it. If you don't know what's in it, say no. And you want to be really strict on this right now. You need to be really strict with this. Find that new balance, and then you can weave in and out of what you like and what you don't like, but you've got to find that new balance. So 6 days a week, you'd be really strict. 1 day a week, you have a little bit of naughty, but really think about what you're putting in your mouth. And please reach out. We have some amazing guides that have been put together by Dr. Hayley O'Neill, she's a professor, and she has PhD in metabolism science and nutrition science. So we've got eating guides, all free giveaways. They're going to help you understand how to keep it clean. So clean food, clean water, balance of everything, and really take all the chemicals out of your personal space so your immune system can rebuild. Think about your immune system as being, like you go to a nightclub and you've got your security guard, and your security guard's all buffed up and keeps out all the bogans, right? Well, your immune system is a little like that. Your immune system keeps all of the toxins, all of the negative stuff away from your body. It helps keep your body healthy, fit, and strong. So you want your immune system to be buffed up and not puny and weeny, because then all of that negative bad stuff can get in. I really believe very strongly that if you keep your personal space as clean as possible, you put all clean in your body, then your immune system is going to be able to keep you strong, so that when you walk out of your front gate and you're unable to manage the toxins that you're bombarded with, then your immune system can be strong to help protect you. These are simple little tips. So that's the power of thought, the purpose of nutrition, the poisons of toxins. The next P is the prescription of exercise. Who loves exercise? Me. Do you love exercise, Martha?
Not a big fan of it, but I'm starting to see the need of it. All my joints and things like that, they're not moving.
Okay. So just to keep it really short, exercise is so much more than what you think it is. But the sad truth is, when people think of exercise, they think about running 10K or hitting the gym. It's not possible for any woman, especially over 40, 50, 60, to look like Arnie Schwarzenegger, because we haven't got the hormone capacity to make it happen, first off. But there's so many shifts going on. It is essential to have a balanced exercise regime, so that you're working on your cardiovascular fitness, you're working on your lean muscle, we are working on your joint mobility, and you're working on your muscle flexibility. You're helping build that core strength. These are all the elements that you need in an exercise program, so this body of yours can function at peak performance. You need to be body ready to live a healthy, happy life over 40, over 50, over 60. So if you don't like to exercise, just think about starting to move. Moving sustains life. And think about this body as a machine. It's got to move. Everything has to move freely, like a car. If you don't move, if your car just sits in the garage all the time, then it just, the battery doesn't go. So you've got to think about your body as being a machine, and it likes to move. So if you are sedentary, get your butt moving. Walk around your house, walk around your yard. Just start slowly. And as your body produces more energy, your body will start to tell you to move more. Exercise is an anti-aging therapy. Okay, next one is pride in self. We have to love ourselves. Pride in self is all about your self-awareness. Who are you now? What do you need to think about? As far as who you are. Do you love yourself as you are now? Or are you hiding behind a lie, pretending to be somebody that you're not? One thing that I've identified with all the hundreds of women that I've worked with is that this time of life can be a time where things start to, like, let me tell you a quick story. I remember when our kids were small, and I was at a picnic with a friend of mine. And her mother was a beautiful woman. She was quite calm, and, she didn't ever seem to be ruffled about anything. And then at this picnic, she just sort of like let rip. And my friend said to me, "Oh my gosh, Mum is going crazy. She never used to do that sort of stuff." Well, it's okay. But you want to stop and think about, who are you and what is going on with you? This is a time for you to be okay with putting you first. You've come through a whole life of career, of profession, of business, of partners, of husbands, wives, children, all the things that you have done in your life till now. And quite possibly you have always come in the last in the line. Well, now is the time for you to put yourself first. We are giving you full permission to put yourself first and really go inside self. Who am I now? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Who do I want to be tomorrow? What do I want to do? Are you looking for a new sense of purpose? Who am I now? Write down I am, and write down all the wonderful things that you know about yourself, that you like, that you love. And then do something to celebrate you. Because as you reconnect with yourself, it's a time to reset. You've got the rest of your life. So now is the time to reset so that you can step in tomorrow. And that this is the sad truth. I think this is an amazing time of self-awareness. But the sad truth is that if you don't do it, it is a downhill slope, because every year of your life, the body is going to start to decline unless you start to listen and learn about what your brain and your body needs today. Once you understand it, you can then grow with it, and you know every step of the way what you need to do to keep yourself in a place where you are proud of yourself, where you can function at peak performance, where you have the confidence and the certainty, where you're able to master your emotions, and you can work with what your body needs so you can continue to love the body that you live in. So that's pride in self. The next one is perfect balance. Big one, sleep. How many times have you heard, oh, I don't need to sleep now I'm this age? No, that is absolute BS. Sleep is part of the healing process. Sleep helps us renew our endocrine system, your hormone system. So you really do need to have at least 7 hours of sleep a night. If you're having problems sleeping, please reach out. There's strategies that you can use. When we go back to the other principles, you will identify also that all these principles work together as one. Think about them as being parts of an orchestra. It's not about, oh, I'm going to do that one, but I'm not going to do that one. All these principles come together as one. And if you are eating, good, clean, healthy food, you're sipping on really gorgeous, clean water, you're exercising a little bit, you got rid of all the toxins, you're putting that balance back into your life, you will sleep better. So it's the synergistic approach of the 7 principles that's going to give you the health and happiness that you want. So balanced hormones is a big one. I am not a hormone expert. I just know that if you do all of this, your hormones are going to start to balance it up. But there's little factors that we need to be aware of. Now, I was with a colleague over the weekend, and we were talking about menopause and what we're doing. And she said, you know what? She said, I started at a gym with my son, and it was really high intensity training. And she said, I loved it, but I could not lose any weight. I was not losing any weight. And so I just thought, this isn't working. And it was, it was fatiguing. So I just stopped, and I lost 6 kilos immediately. Now, she did a little bit of digging, and what she identified was that high intensity exercise, when you are going through these changes in your body, actually releases too much cortisol. When you have too much cortisol in your body, it's toxic. Cortisol in excess is toxic to your body, and it will stop your body from burning fat. So, this lady, her name is Christina, she was very in tune with what was going on with her body. So she was able to sort of think, well, okay, I'm doing this high intensity exercise, I'm not losing weight, what is going on? So what I can tell you is that your immune system likes endurance, likes low impact. So it is important, really important to shock the body. You do the same with your body, you will plateau in all areas, mentally and physically. You want to shock, but you don't do any more than the 1% overload. The 1% overload will allow your body to grow with you. Okay, so it's very interesting, some of these little stories that we're getting. But the very most important thing is that you need to listen to what your body is telling you. Listen and ask questions if you're not sure. So that is the perfect balance. What's the next part of balance? Sleep, hormone, stress. Oh my gosh, the stressors in your life. To feel balanced, you need to know that you're managing the stresses in your life so that you're not emotionally getting overwrought. If you learn how to manage the stressors, then you can manage any anxiety or sadness or any of these anger, any of these emotions, because at this time of life, the emotions just seem to just be it's like they just live on the top of you, right? Where did that come from?
I hear you on that. I think a lot of us here felt that as well, that all of a sudden we turn into this snappy person that we wasn't meant to be, but it just happened.
and emotional, like, you know, cry at the drop of a hat, and oversensitive, and oh my gosh, and the stressors in life can magnify because you're not coping the right way. Well, again, let me say to you, once you bring all these principles together, all of these pieces of the puzzle together, then all of the outcome is all going to be better. So it isn't just doing one thing. As I said, it's really looking at it. You are a holistic being, so we have to look at you holistically. And keeping it simple, you want to put balance. If you want to feel more balanced, you have to put balance back in. And that's why all of this is going to help you achieve that balance. So stressors, how do you manage the stressors? You know, one of my favorite stressors management is boxing a bag. I like boxing a bag. Kicking and boxing a bag, you know, that may not be for you. You know, it's the balance of releasing some of that pent-up negative energy, and also then sitting very still. Because when you sit very still and you just breathe, now, do you meditate? If you're not a meditator, just practice starting to breathe. Just be still and breathe. And you can be still and breathe in the bathroom, in the car, sitting at the lights. If you're finding, like, you know, you're getting frazzled and, you know, going crazy and sitting at the lights, just stop for a moment and breathe. Put the tongue on the back of your 2 front teeth, kiss the breath out, and it will calm you down immediately. So managing stressors is then, you know, making sure that you're around the right people, that you have somebody that you can talk to, you know, hence this is why, you know, we do what we do and Martha does what she does, and we're all coming together, because knowing that you're not alone is part of this whole journey of being able to manage it better, you know, because I don't know, there's somewhere that you just know if other women are feeling like you feel, you don't feel so alone, right, Martha?
Definitely, definitely. And I think that that is one of the core being of our community, to let other people know that we are not alone. There is a way to actually do better than this, and there is help out there. So tell us a little bit more about, like, you know, I love the fact that this seven step, I put it into the comments there to let people know that, okay, this is what you are really, if you want alignment, these are some of the steps in there. So for the people that who wants more support, what can you offer us?
So there's one more P.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's one more P. The last P is prosperity.
Prosperity.
So prosperity is living life according to your values. So, you know, one of the biggest problems that we have as human beings is doing what other people think we should do, not really knowing what's important to you. You know, your values are the standard by which you want to live your life, but also what you enjoy doing in your life. And you may find now that you've got things that you may want to do, that stuff that you haven't done. As I said before, you may want a new sense of purpose. But right now, prosperity is all about knowing what's important to you and making sure that you're living life with them. Because when you're living life according to what's important to you, when you know your values and you're living life according to your values, you are happier. And do you know what the number one key to balancing this body is?
Is happiness?
Happiness. Yes.
Yes.
Every time you smile, every time you celebrate you, every time you feel good, all of the happy hormones are released. And these happy hormones you can't inject with, you can't eat, you can't medicate with. You have to feel it from the inside out. Oxytocin is the hormone of trust, and we have to feel it. So really identify with, as I said before, the pride and self. Who are you? But now look at your values and really start setting in place what's important to you. Because when you start doing that, you attract same to you and you will feel happier. Feeling happier, as I said, is the number one key to helping your body cope and live a healthier, happier life.
That is so true.
That was a lot of information, Martha, wasn't it?
It is a lot of information. And I know that you have a guide for us for this. Tell us a bit more about it.
Well, you know, we have all different ways of coming. You know, we actually have right now, we've put together a coaching group. It's $97 a month. And it's just every week come in and we just connect, and it's all about just asking questions, solving problems, connecting with like-minded women, but it is specifically focused on implementing the 7 principles and us keeping you accountable for actually achieving them. So it's all about knowing what you need to do, solving problems as you go, and keeping yourself and us keeping you accountable for taking the right steps. And for only $97 a month, it's a very powerful way to just get on top of what you're feeling. There's nothing more powerful for success than actually being kept accountable and being around people that have the solution, but also know what it feels like. I mean, been there, done that. I have healed myself of all of it, but I healed my symptoms of that initial phase of perimenopause in 4 weeks. So I felt it. I've felt it. I've lived it. I've fixed it. And passionate about helping you do the same. So the coaching group is a very simple way of achieving that, very low entry, small investment, and a way that you can really start to reconnect with who you are. We've got other ways, but I think that's the best way to get started, Martha.
I think that will be as well.
Yes. And just know that, just really also start thinking about, that you really do need to have nutrition and supplementation now or medication later. Supplementation and clean water is going to be a very powerful way for your body to start finding that new balance so that you can step into tomorrow knowing that you can live a healthy, happy future because you're in control of what you're doing. And I think that's what it's all about, isn't it? Being control of what you're doing. So reach out. We can personalize a program for you, and so that you can really just know exactly what you need to do, step-by-step plan that's going to help you just look and feel fabulous.
Yeah, I think that is true. And I think what you're charging is quite a reasonable price into a weekly meeting. You have $97 per month, and you have 4 meetings a month in there. You can go in whenever you need, having that support. And I think that's an affordable way to support us in this tough time, because who knows better than us women who've been through it, who understand it, who have played with it. And I think that getting you that support is so important. And thank you, Susan, for bringing this opportunity to share with us what you do and the purpose of helping other people to feel better. And I love that in what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's just, I think sometimes we have a responsibility and an obligation, and you see it's a big subject and a big problem, and there's a lot of women out there, and this may be you, that are really struggling. I just want to say that fixing the problems is easy. Fixing the problems is easy. We have the solutions if you're open to learning, listening, you're a little bit coachable, and you're prepared to be committed to do the work on yourself. And I think that's it in a nutshell, really. I was committed. I didn't like not feeling good. So I just used to say, I don't like how I feel. What do I have to do to feel better? And then I did it. And if you keep it that simple, I don't like how I'm feeling. What do I need to feel better? And then just do it. We have all the solutions for you so that you can just do it and perform in all areas of your life. Isn't that what it's about? We want to get up in the morning, have the energy to do what we do, whether it's professionally or personally, live a life at nighttime. Intimacy is a big piece of this. Are you lacking libido, sexual desire, mental clarity? We have the solution for all of it. So reach out, talk to us, and just believe in you. Start believing in the wonderful things that you are.
Yeah, I love that inspiration. A lot of us don't know that where to go. That's the first thing. Second thing is, can we believe in it? And third thing is, how does that look like the life after? And looking at you, seeing your energy, seeing your love, seeing what you do to other women as well, thousands and thousands of women that you have helped, it gives us hope and inspiration to keep trying.
Well, I guess thank you, Martha. Well, I am medication free, drug free. I have energy, but I have all of the above. I have full range of movement. I am fit, strong, and healthy, and raring to go, and passionate about helping other women feel like I feel.
It's just amazing. Thank you so much again for your time today, for joining our platform again. Thank you all the audience and our listeners who joined us today on the Menopause Matters series. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you.